we have the Ultimate Smash Bros. Game coming out in half a year. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, a subtitled Smash game like Melee and Brawl, a title which they are driving the hell home. I must admit, if I wasn't a Smash fan, I would have been so much more disappointed in Nintendo's E3 this year, because there isn't a whole bunch to gather from it outside of Smash. We got a Mario Party that actually looks decent, Fire Emblem looks cool, but it's slated for 2019, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, sprinkles and several reminders and new announcements of several indies and third parties, but they were not kidding about Smash Bros. Being the main focus. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate took up more than half of the Direct, and I'll get to Nintendo's overall E3 another time, maybe after the Treehouse, but otherwise, let's talk Smash Bros. Holy f***. This game looks like Smash Wii U and 3DS did a Batara fusion, but did numerous fusion dances with 64 Melee and Brawl all at the same time. Much like how Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda Breath of the Wild are amalgamations of their past releases in several ways, some big, some small, Super Smash Bros. On the Switch, Super Smash Bros. 5, or technically Smash 6 going off Sakurai's logic, is a combination of every Smash game that has existed. This game is trying to deliver on a definitive Smash experience, even bigger than that of Smash 4. And let's just sit and talk about how fantastic this game looks and will almost definitely play. December 7th is such a long ass way, I can't wait. This is the Smash game I've been dreaming about, what millions dreamt about, and I just can't wait, damn it. First Mario Odyssey blowing me away at last E3, now Smash. Sakurai, please, there's only so much I could take. First, let's just talk about how this game looks. This seems to go for a more realistic style mixed with cartoony assets. There's even a cel-shaded feature onto the game itself if you look at Mario's flood and like the water effects, and a bit of a clay look almost in a few areas. It's hard for me to really pinpoint. I think they're trying to combine Smash 4's bright, more cartoony style with Brawl's realistic, more detailed look. I love it. The graphics are a complete step up from Smash Wii U, and I thought the game would look amazing, but not as stellar as the two biggest first-party single-player games on the Switch. I'm so happy to see this game be on par with Odyssey and Breath of the Wild's graphical fidelity. This truly looks like a next-gen, beautifully lighted, real HD Smash Bros. And it really shines as you look at each fighter and character select portrait render. I cannot stress how fabulous every character looks in this game. The renders are not just more detailed than Smash 4's, but so much more accurate to each character's personality and their appearances in their respective games. Like when I look at the Smash 4 renders, which look really awesome already, and then Ultimates, take the Kid Icarus or Fire Emblem cast for examples, they seem a lot truer to their appearances in their respective games in Ultimates renders than in Smash 4's, on top of being a lot better detailed and crafted. Sonic's render in this one is one of the best Sonic renders I've ever seen since Sonic Unleashed. He looks so good. I cannot tell you how much I really adore these renders. They look amazing. But there are changes made to the veterans like we predicted, and the cast is even more expressive than they already were in Smash 4. Mario's not pissed off anymore. He's mixed in the middle like in Melee, but he's more happy-go-lucky like he normally is. Cappy's also his hat, but he seems more cosmetic than anything else. And when he lands an up B on a character, the purple coins from Odyssey pop out with the same exact sound effect. And I love the attention to detail and small Easter eggs like those that these Smash games bring. You even have Wedding Mario and Builder Mario from Odyssey and Super Mario Maker as costumes. He has two new taunts that show he's happy like he normally is, and I love it, love it, love it. Link is exactly how we expected him to be, a new fighter akin to his Breath of the Wild appearance. Remote rune bombs, 2 arrows, he can launch a sword beam at 0%, upgraded Link overall. Let's hope he's actually viable and not low tier for once. They even gave veterans more robust changes. The Mii fighters have been recooked and remodeled, and they're aiming to put them online. Palutena's side special is her explosive flame custom move, and her down special is both her counter and her reflect. From these two things, I think custom moves are gone, which thank God, I wanted them gone, and they were a pain in the butt to collect. Wario's got some moves reflecting his Wario Land appearances again. Pikachu has a different neutral air and his down air spikes. Ganondorf is donning his Ocarina of Time design again and actually uses his sword for smash attacks. His up air and recovery got a crazy buff. I can promise you there's more. Ganondorf got buffed like crazy. Sonic's dash attack only has a kick and no rolling spin dash type thing. They're buffing Wolf and changing him up. Marth's Dancing Blade is a lot faster and he can angle his neutral B to upper or lower positions. Like, a lot of these characters are getting revamped with their moves like we all wanted. And I did say Wolf. The game's title and this video's title are not messing around. This really is trying to be the ultimate Smash Bros game to exist. No cuts were made whatsoever. The whole family is back together. Ice Climbers, Pokemon Trainer, Young Link, Pichu, Solid Snake, the entire roster in Smash 3DS and Wii U, every fighter to ever appear in Smash Bros is in Super Smash Bros Ultimate. No one has to worry about getting cut or being gone. The veteran debate is now null and void. Thankfully, some of us, including myself, were happily wrong, and every character is in and changing for the better. Although some characters aren't getting any dramatic changes, relatively small ones, but Smash's small details are literally the kind where it's very minor, but it's so sweet and appreciative to see. Toad, for instance, is more active among Peach's grab attacks, Ness and Lucas's final smash at Paula and Pooh, and Kumatora and Boney by their side, along with the effects you see on screen from their original games. Pac-Man's up tilt is a punch rather than a head curl. I hear his grab is a lot faster. Please be true. Luigi has a new up tilt punch too, and new faster side tilt. Luigi also runs like he does in Super Mario 3D World and New Super Mario Bros. U, and looks overall more confident and like he's having fun, which is ironic considering his render is him looking scared and worried. Zelda's wearing her Link Between Worlds outfit. Sheik's design is based off Hyrule Warriors, and she has a new pummel, which is a faster knee kick. Yoshi's egg can bounce, Ike has his Path of Radiance outfit along with his Radiant Dawn outfit, King Dedede seems to inhale his Gordos that reflect back to him that he could spit right back. They're adding dramatic slow-mo effects on strong killer attacks, which sounds hilarious and even more salt mixing, like little stuff like that, you know? No joke, almost every character has got buffed in more ways than nerfed, so much and a lot more balanced out, which is honestly great, but that's not to say no nerfs were made, for the better it seems. Fox can't stall his reflector, and his side B stops upon hitting a shield. Falco's laser's faster, Cloud loses his fully charged limit break after 15 seconds of not being used, Bayonetta does less knockback and damage overall. There's at least nerfs that are either necessary or non-earth shattering. Speaking of earth-shattering, not only was this long unveil one like I said, I literally said it was earth-shattering. Remember how Dark Pit and Lucina are clones of Pit and Marth? Sakurai is actually labeling them with the same number as their originals, but with an epsilon symbol, and are labeled as Echo characters, which doesn't change much of anything, but here's the kicker. Dr. Mario doesn't have that epsilon. He has a Captain Falcon down air spike, and his smash attacks have different knockback. This is what made me shed a tear after all the excitement and laughing during the direct. As a Smash 4 Dr. Mario main, not only was it such a relief to see him return, but they buffed my secondary. He's now his own unique character, and they made him a good one too. God bless. Final smashes are also changed to acting more as huge finishers and with little action cutscene sequences, like how most finishers and ultimate moves from other fighting games function. Super Sonic and Super Pac-Man just zip across the screen really fast. Giga Bowser is bigger and punches from the background, referencing Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island's final boss, and is practically an insta-kill if it hits. King Dedede literally throws missiles and smacks the opponent as Mass Dedede in a cage. Just like in the Kirby games, Zelda's final smash is literally the Triforce of Wisdom. Donkey Kong finally has a good final smash that pummels the crap out of your opponent. A lot of final smashes are streamlined this time around, which I'm all for. Final smashes literally are supposed to be finishers, and not only does this support that, it seems like they're trying to make them more competitively viable. Either way, it looks good. The only bad thing I saw was the one bit of treehouse stuff, and it's the Ridley tail stab move, and it literally does nearly 60 damage. Not even exaggerating, but I'm sure they're gonna patch that move out. The game is still alpha, it's going to be touched up and polished before release, but Ridley's only been in Smash for like 5 seconds, and he's already getting the Bayonetta treatment with the nerfs. Speaking of competitive, there seems to be several pages from Project M applied to this. One thing being the stages themselves, with just like the characters, I think most of them, if not all, are coming back across every iteration. Half the 64 stage selection is confirmed, Saffron City's finally returning, Dreamland, Hyrule Castle, Yoshi's Story, more than half of Melee stages are confirmed too, Mute City, Pokemon Stadium, Mushroom Kingdom 2, Peach's Castle, Great Bay, Green Greens, Corneria, Venom, Forside, Jungle Japes, Congo Falls, Big Blue, almost every Brawl stage is in this too, Mushroomy Kingdom, Halberd, Lilac Cruise, Bridge of Eldin, Yoshi's Island, Newport City, Summit, Skyworld, Distant Planet, Shadow Moses Island, almost every stage across Smash 3DS and Wii U, Magicant, Reset Bomb Forest, includes 3D Land, Gerudo Valley, Unova and Kalos Pokemon Leagues, Prism Tower, Arena Ferox, Tortimer Island, Living Room, Balloon Fight, Tomodachi Life, Find Me, Mushroom Kingdom U, Mario Galaxy, Mario Circuit, Mario Maker, Skyloft, Great Cave Offensive, Palutena's Temple, Wily Castle, Pac-Man, Suzaku Castle, Midgar, Umbra Clock Tower. I am losing my breath. There's literally over 80 stages confirmed for this game thus far. I genuinely think we're going to get every single stage in Smash history in this, and all in upgraded HD remasters with better lighting, textures, and everything. Hell yeah! What's even more impressive is there's even a stage hazard toggle now. You can turn off hazards, bosses, flips, etc. A lot of stages are going to be competitively viable now. Not only that, there's a Battlefield equivalent along with Omega Forms for every stage. We even have a couple new ones too. Great Tower Plateau from Breath of the Wild, Moray Towers from Splatoon, and if you saw Mario's little clip on the Smash website, New Donk City and Pauline from Super Mario Odyssey are in it too with Jump Up Superstar playing in the background. I wonder exactly how many new stages we'll get, and how many will actually be unlockable like the characters. It's literally like they're listening to our feedback and desires, casual and competitive players alike, especially competitors. This seems to take competitive consideration to heart as well. Even with the main flow of the game, the overall pacing seems faster than Smash 4. Knockback is more instantaneous than before. Compare it to like punching a balloon. They highlighted perfect shielding for melee returning, directional air dodging's back, abusive rolling and air spot dodges can be slower and punishable if used too much. Different physics and mechanics. I swear the Smash Bros seems to be an attempt at listening to both of Smash's fan bases and equally adhering to their requests and complaints, with veterans, newcomers, stages, and gameplay elements combined. Oh yeah, I didn't touch on any newcomers. They showed off Inkling near the end of the Direct. Inkling looks to be strong, powerful, and a really cool fighter. I'm glad she/he basically plays like I analyzed, and I'm wondering how good of a character she'll really be compared to all the others. And did you guys see my 21 newcomers that might make it to Smash for Switch? The irony of not just the 2 newcomers we got in the Direct, but me literally giving them an honorable mention because I saw them being in Smash, but I didn't think it would be now. Daisy is Peach's Echo Fighter. I find it so funny that I said, I could see Daisy in Smash, but I don't know if I could see her in this new one. And she gets announced as a clone, but she's still in Smash Brothers, and almost the exact same can be said for Ridley too. I was like, I'm not against Ridley, maybe one day, but I doubt it'll be anytime soon. Turns out the day finally came! I'm not even mad either. I'm very happy to see Daisy make it into Smash and become a more recognized Mario character, along with Ridley's inclusion as a brand new character, which finally Metroid has more characters to flaunt and show off. Now this makes me wonder how many other characters Sakurai threw out the window before will come back as well, whether now or in the future. Maybe I should just expect the guys I gave the honorable mentions to and believe Paper Mario and Simon Belmont are going to be in Smash Bros. Speaking of newcomers, there was Sakurai's statement on newcomers, and I do want to address some newcomers that I predicted, as Waluigi, Bomberman, and indirectly Psylux are basically deemed confirmed. Waluigi I'm bummed at, but we got Daisy, which makes up for it to me, so I'm happy. But next time, Sakurai, please put Waluigi in Smash, please. Bomberman, I'm not a fan to begin with of the games. Like, I don't have anything against him, I just don't play the games. But I did agree with fans and thought he'd be in. I'm fine with him as an assist trophy, but Bomberman fans, I feel you. I actually knew you'd probably be upset that he's not a real fighter. At least he's in the game in some way. I say Psylux is out because of Ridley. I thought he'd be his substitute if Ridley failed along with his connection to Metroid Prime 4. But with Ridley in, I'm positive he's gone. But Ridley as a character I love already, so I'm content regardless. Sakurai has stated that he hopes we aren't expecting too many newcomers, which I'm not sure how to take that. On one hand, because of a roster as big as this, we're literally about to hit 70 characters. I understand, and I'm so content already. I honestly don't mind many more newcomers. I mean, I love getting newcomers, but there's so much here already. But also, that could be a secret way of saying we actually do have more newcomers, and they're going to be a surprise, which I hope no matter what number, they stay a surprise until release. I'm predicting around 5 more newcomers, and if there's more, I'm down for more, obviously, and there's probably going to be more when DLC becomes a thing. I think they're going to save more newcomers as DLC down the line. As for the base game, I'm still expecting another Donkey Kong character, and it's going to be a toss-up between King K. Rool and Dixie Kong. King K. Rool has more popularity and demand, but Dixie's also very popular and relevant. Or now that they highlighted Echo Fighters, they could both be added since clone characters don't take up as much time and are practically extra characters. I'm gonna stick with King K. Rool coming, but either one or both I'd be happy with regardless. I also think we're gonna get a new Pokemon, and it probably will be Decidueye still. He's still very popular, a fan favorite, a good choice for Smash. He kinda speaks for himself. Reset Bomb Forest is coming back, and I may be reaching here. I really hope that does not deconfirm Viridi. Like, it could also be an Alfonso situation with Spirit Tracks, since that's only a projection of Viridi, and you could go to Reset Bomb Forest without it, so it still feels like that she has a shot, and I don't feel it's as unlikely as it may seem. She could also be an Echo Fighter, but I want her to have an original moveset. Kid Icarus Uprising has a whole slew of weapons and powers, and Viridi has her own styled weapons too, along with her staff and her army, the Forces of Nature. They can make Viridi an original fighter, but at this point, I'm hoping more than anything else. Rex and Pyra I still feel has a shot at being in the base game for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, and development for both games kinda links up a little with timing, along with Sakurai noting it as one of his favorite games in Xenoblade growing. I could see Rex and Pyra showing up still. If not, then without a doubt they're going to be DLC. Same for Springman and Ribbon Girl, except I think they're DLC characters entirely. I have my doubts on whether or not ARMS will have a character appear in the base roster. They'll probably be DLC, I think it's a guarantee. Laboman's a mystery to me now, and either scenario is palpable to me. I'm leaning towards no, but I could totally see Sakurai pull a yes and go crazy and wacky with a cardboard cutout with a Joy-Con as a part of his moves. Crash I feel may still have a bit of a chance, but could also be DLC. Same for the Rabbids. I'm gonna piss off Rayman fans again when I say this. I still feel like the Rabbids have a fair shot at either case too. Banjo, however, I'm still betting on coming in. I think he's gotta have the best shot out of any third party for being a popular request, a popular third party platformer, and Microsoft CEO very willing to ask for Banjo in Smash. It's a toss up between King K. Rool and or Dixie Kong, Decidueye, Viridi, Rex and Pyra, and Banjo as sure bets, while Springman / Ribbon Girl, Crash, the Rabbids, and Laboman are either a gray area or DLC. And who knows, I gave Rayman an honorable mention. Like Daisy and Ridley, I could easily be wrong again and Rayman could be announced. Or Takamaru or Simon Belmont, who knows. To be frank though, Sans would be absolutely hilarious. I'm not saying he's gonna be in. I know for a fact he's not gonna be in. But I want him in solely for shits and giggles. You know, people got so mad when Fortnite was rumored and coming to the Switch, despite it sold over 2 million downloads the first day. Imagine the dumpster fire Saints would make. It would be completely hysterical and I would love it so much. Otherwise, yeah, no, he's not in. Don't expect him to. Linkle, Impa, Bandana Waddle Dee, Incineroar, that new Fire Emblem character, Chorus Kids. I don't even know why I suggested Golfer. Shovel Knight. All those guys I don't think are in. Sorry if you prefer them. I'm trying to streamline and like hinder my predictions a little bit more. Like the guys I mentioned earlier, I'm relatively expecting and or wanting more than the others. Although, the fact they highlighted Echo Fighters, although he could still have an original moveset. Knuckles the Echidna is confirmed as an assist trophy and he's nowhere to be found. And it's being titled Ultimate, like an ultimate life form. I wonder if they would actually have a decent shot at bringing in a certain black cat. No, stop. No. Don't do this. Don't do it. It's nothing but desire. No third party has two characters for the same game that you're not adding Shadow and Smash Bros. Do not do this to yourself. I want to dream so bad. I do hope, however, I see Fountain of Dreams in HD. Wouldn't that be a glorious wet dream? Or Poke Floats. Give me Poke Floats and especially Fountain of Dreams. I can happily die in peace. You know, with so many stages, I'm so curious, but so terrified at how much music there's gonna be. Smash 4 has over 500 songs across both versions, so I'm betting they're gonna go double. They're gonna double down on the soundtrack, and they're just gonna go bananas with the songs, originals and remixes alike. I hope they do. There's plenty of songs from the Mario RPGs and other Mario games, like any Mario game, Zelda, Pokemon, Sonic, Mega Man, Kid Icarus, and Pac-Man World games I'd love to see in here. More Paper Mario and Mario Luigi songs, please. If the Paper Mario stage comes back, please go nuts with the Paper Mario songs and make the SS Flavion portion the Battlefield / Omega portion instead. I guarantee there's going to be a crap load of songs much bigger than Smash 4 had. There's no way this game can make me mad at this point. It looks completely fantastic so far, and I cannot express my gratitude to Sakurai enough. He's trying to please both casual and competitive fans. He's actually taking the competitive fans into consideration and listening to practically every complaint both sides have and fixing them. He's taking fans' considerations and hopes to heart, and he's not only tried to make the best Smash Bros. Game 4 years ago with a crazy hand injury and damaging his health, he's working tooth and nail again, thankfully with better health and conditions this time, to give the best Smash Bros. To ever exist in more ways than one. I love this man. I'm so glad he's doing okay with developing this game, and I love him so much. Oh my god. I could literally be this man's butler free of charge my whole life if I could, and he literally deserves such a long vacation after this, because not only do I think Smash Bros. Is gonna last us for the next decade, I don't know how they're gonna top this. Where do you go after Ultimate? It's the ultimate Smash Bros. It sounds like it's gonna be hard to surpass this one. But Sakurai, God bless your soul. God bless you so freaking much. This Smash feels like a total fan service type of game, but like the good kind of fan service to where it's everything and all of it's being carefully analyzed and programmed and not hastily thrown and mashed together with a little polish, and it's glorious. The competitive aspects seem to combine Smash 4's gameplay, which was already Melee's and Brawl's combined, with more of Melee, which is what I and many other fans wanted. The starting roster is small and there's a bunch of unlockable characters, exactly what I said I wanted before this direct. They're bringing back plenty of stages and characters, and said characters are getting reworked in many ways I wanted them to. Half of the stuff I asked for is literally being addressed and added to this game. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, guys. Now, I just hope there's a normal, regular online ranking system, and it's not inverse like Global Smash Power was. Regular ranking systems show and streamline how you're progressing, plus I also hope matchmaking will be more appropriate to depending on where you are based on your rank and your skill level. And secondly, the adventure mode that's hopefully there. We know nothing on any side modes in Smash Ultimate really, and I feel they're gonna reveal that stuff in another direct in the middle of the fall. There's gotta be another direct coming, likely a Smash only focused direct, if not a regular one. Either way, that adventure mode is all that's missing now. Once that's in, I'm good for the next decade until the next Smash is announced. Thank you all for watching. I cannot wait for this new Smash Bros. It's gonna be hella fantastic, and this channel is gonna go hard on Smash content for the next couple of years. Guaranteed. Smash Bros. Oh my god. Guys, it's been days and I'm still freaking out over it. Oh yeah, I've still yet to see the treehouse and the tournament. I'm gonna stream those later, so be on the lookout for those. But otherwise, stay super. Oh my god.